Are you a World War II buff? I'm definitely not, but this car is beautiful and it has an unbelievable level of detail. Even if you're not a World War II buff, you're still going to absolutely love it. You could even get one for free, and we're going to talk about that a little later on. The ultimate 1/12 scale Type 82 KUBELWAGEN full review coming up. Welcome back to the channel, and recently we reviewed the Rochobby 1941 Willys MB. It is such an epic World War II Jeep and it's so much fun to play with, but the great thing is even when you're not out there playing with it, it makes a perfect shelf queen. So if you haven't seen that video, be sure to check it out afterwards. And if you love everything from RC crawlers to RC jets, be sure to like, subscribe and comment below an interesting fact that you know about World War II. The Rochobby Type 82 KUBELWAGEN is a 1/12 scale, ready to run World War II Jeep. It has a four-wheel drive and rear-wheel drive function and loads more cool features, but before we get into that in a minute, first let's see what comes in the box. In the box comes the instruction manual, which you should read, some tools, a LiPo battery and charger, your radio, and of course your Type 82 KUBELWAGEN. Starting off with the exterior, everything on this truck is just absolutely insane when it comes to detail. From the writing on the sides of the car, the number plate at the back, the fabric seats on the inside, which I love, it's such a cool touch. The steering wheel actually does move when the car is driving itself. There's things like a handbrake. There is some little mirrors on the side here that are so realistic you can actually see yourself in them. And this took me so long to find, I'm not gonna lie. The on and off switch is actually hidden in here behind the steering wheel like a real push to turn on, turn off car. The windscreen does move up and down, and you do have little things here that does click it into place. So then you don't have to worry about it coming up and down when you're driving it. There are lots of little compartments in here. So at the top we have a little compartment, and at the rear, we also have another little compartment, and this one's really cool because you can actually see the motor running when the car is on. All of the doors on this Jeep do open, which is cool. The tires all look very realistic, and it does come with a functioning spare tire on the hood here. Anyway, it's time to take a look under the hood.
Here you'll find a bowl of spaghetti, your 2-in-1 ESC receiver combo, servo for the steering and a small battery compartment. Looking underneath, you'll have a realistic flat chassis, portal axles at the rear, a metal drivetrain throughout including middle gears, and you've also got front and rear open differentials. This RC uses a 130 size brush motor. It has scale metal bumpers both front and rear. It has a 2-speed transmission, which Amber will showcase very soon, and I'm sure there's a lot more features going on with this RC car, but not to worry, we're going to have it linked in the description down below if you want to know more on it or if you want to pick up one for yourself.
Right, that's enough talking. It's time to head out and see how this Jeep runs in the real world. Here we are on location at Canterbury Park. I have my lovely friend Jeannie helping me out, and she is awesome with the camera. First, I'm going to show you guys a few things on the remote and with the car. We have low gear, which is the first click on the channel 3 glide switch here. And then if we switch the switch all the way over to the far right, it is a faster speed. Hold down the channel 4 button here, you'll hear it switch into rear wheel drive. I think it's time we get started on seeing if it can handle the different types of terrain we have here. We're going to start off with a steep grass climb, struggling a wee bit in the high speed mode. Yeah, it's much better in this low speed mode. It is quite steep, guys. Think we might be a wee bit stuck. No. Okay, we got out of that. I like how you can switch between the 2 speeds. A little bit of help. Come on. Yay! So far it's really nice to control, guys. I think it's really cool how the wee steering wheel actually turns when you are driving, and it also has indicators, which is a cool wee touch. And I'm just going to turn some lights on now. Have we got lights?
Yes.
Lovely.
Fantastic.
And now we're going to go on to this bridge, which is going to be a little bit bumpy by the looks of it, and it handles this perfectly. Such a nice scale look. Now we're going to try this sort of loose dirt terrain with lots of tree roots and little twigs and stuff on the ground. So hopefully it can get over some of these because some of them are quite big. Okay, so again guys, this is in low gear. I will switch it to high gear just to see how. Oh my gosh. No, I'm just gonna give it a wee bit of help. Oops, made it. Okay, back into low gear. Some of these are quite big. Okay, so I'm not sure you guys would want to be taking this wee one for a play in the tree, roots. Back into low gear. Oh, and we've made it. Taking my puppy for a walk. Okay, now we're quite deep within some wooded area here. Loose leaves on the ground, so I'm gonna give it a wee try on here. And I think it can make it, I'm pretty confident, so let's see. Also gonna do this one in the low gear. I love this sort of terrain because it does really look super realistic. This is quite a tough wee challenge for this one, guys. This hill is very steep. Let's get going. Whoa, when it's going, I've noticed that when it's going uphill and it gets caught on little obstacles, it does struggle a little bit. But look, we're halfway up. It's got a little bit of a shake at the bottom there. Come on. Yes. Oh, this is frustrating me because I so badly want to do it. Come on, dude. Guys, I think I'm gonna call it there. I mean, it's made it at least halfway up here. Now I'm back in the studio after a fun afternoon playing this with this World War II Jeep, and it's time for me to give you my initial thoughts and impressions. And do you know what? I'm pretty happy with the way that this wee thing ran. It did pretty well in my opinion. One thing I will say that I didn't like is sometimes when it was in the middle function on the slide switch, it would just stall and it wouldn't work. But apart from that, it is really cool. The lights are such an awesome feature, I love it, along with the steering wheel. And I highly recommend it to those that are into these and also to those that are not into these, because it's so much fun finding a scale sort of landscape or background, different types of terrain, and just taking it out and seeing how it handles them all very differently. Guys, we're also going to have a link in the description down below for a competition where you could win yourself one of these. We're going to have links in the description box down below for both of these Jeeps if you are interested. Thumbs up if you liked it, subs if you loved it. I'm Amber, I'm an RC Kiwi, and we'll see you guys next time.